I enjoy traveling, and I realized that while you travel, you can be anyone you want. No one knows you. It's like a fresh start. But you have to be careful. It's very easy to just run away from your problem, but hiding them is not going to make them disappear. They're always gonna come back and follow you around. It took me some times before finding that out. It's only after spending 2 years in Scotland that I realized that I was running away from my problems. So I decided that when I left for Canada, I wasn't running away. I was doing it for personal growth. I set goals that I wanted to achieve while being there. Of course, I had no idea of what awaited me. The 3 years I spent there were very busy. I started as a PhD student, which meant that I had to take classes as well as teaching classes as a TA. And next to that, I had my own research to conduct. The first semester was very challenging for me. I had to adjust to a new country, also how to be a TA I had never taught before, as well as I had to learn how to be a researcher, which is also a lot of work. And all of that in English. Obviously, after a semester, everything did not went smoothly at all. I got kicked out of my PhD for different reasons. Looking back now, I think it was for the best. But at the time, I was completely lost. I did not know if I wanted to end here and go back to France or if I wanted to continue. I chose to stay in Canada to do a master in research for a more practical project. It was a design of a ground-based instrument that will measure the speed of the wind in the high atmosphere using a novel technique. The subject was super interesting, but switching from a PhD to master made me struggle with money. So I had to add a side job. I was working as a barista and as a bartender on campus, which added to the absurd amount of workload I had. That's when I realized that if I wanted to finish this master sane, I had to find ways to relieve this mental pressure that I had. That's when I started to do yoga every morning. I also took some appointment with a therapist to help me cope with it, but made me realize that what I needed the most was that to do a lot of sports. That's when I started climbing, which I became very fond of it.
Yeah, nice. Slap out. Yeah, nice, dude.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Move that heel in.
I love climbing, and on the side I was either swimming, running, play basketball, ultimate frisbee, or even biking. Thanks to the people I met along, with whom I went camping or climbing outside. With some of them, I even went to hike the Fundy Footpath, some mountains, Mont Katahdin, the Mont Washington. After 2 years and a half, I was able to finish my master. When I finally defended my thesis, and I successfully did, I felt like a huge relief. To celebrate, we decided with my roommates to cross Canada with his electrical car. And we wanted to take our sweet time to go from Fredericton to Vancouver. That will be probably the best memory I have for the rest of my life. After this, I had to go back to France. The switch was quite hard. As I was saying at the beginning of this video, when you run away from your problems, or even if you're just traveling, yes, you can be a new person. But when you come back home, the people that haven't seen your growth will still project the old version of yourself in front of you. And I find that was challenging to show them little by little all the growth you've done during the time you were not with them. At the same time, I had to look for a job. The first few months were not really productive at all. But I got lucky enough to find a job as an engineer in optical designs for the Astrophysics Laboratory of Marseille. Even though, yes, it's not exactly what I dreamed of, I'm staying behind desk all day and I'm just doing some simple math and only one unique task. But the job in itself may not be very fulfilling for me, but I'm part of a bigger team on the NASA's project and I'm learning a lot on the process and all the work that has to be done before to send out a telescope with an instrument attached to it. And plus, I get paid. And yes, as I said, it's not what I dreamed of, but at the same time, it offers me security and I can work on other projects on the side when I'm getting home. I have to take this opportunity to learn and explore new horizons.